I'm Sarah Bumgardner with AAFMAA, the American Armed Forces Mutual Aid Association. For over 144 years, we've been serving our military community to be the premier provider of financial solutions for the American Armed Forces. As a director of partnership and member engagement, I talk with other nonprofit organizations about what they are doing to help service members, their families, veterans, and the military community at large. And today we are talking about Blue Star Families, the Military Family Lifestyle Survey. This huge survey is used to see what concerns military families are facing on a day-to-day basis. I have Karly Howell, who is the Associate Director of Research at Blue Star Families, with responsibility for the annual Military Family Lifestyle Survey and other focused research projects here today. Prior to joining Blue Star Families, she served in leadership roles at several nonprofit organizations. She is the spouse of a recently retired veteran, where Karly was involved in efforts supporting military families throughout her husband's 24 years of Navy service. And she holds various psychology degrees from University of Pittsburgh and the Chicago School of Professional Psychology. Thank you so much, Karly, for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about this very large Military Families Lifestyle Survey that Blue Star Family is actively fielding for. And I know that you work with a lot of focused research projects, but what is the mission of this particular Blue Star Family Survey?
So we do. Blue Star Family certainly does a wide variety of research, all focused on different topics. But the annual Military Family Lifestyle Survey is our original and our preeminent research project. So this is our largest focus. It is all-encompassing. It is unlike any other research project that any other organization supporting military families does, in terms of the scope and the breadth of what we ask and what we are able to accomplish then with the findings that we are able to report. So each year, the focus of the annual Military Family Lifestyle Survey largely stays the same in terms of we are seeking to be a voice for military families and to use their stories to make life better for everybody. And then we take what has happened or what might be coming to the forefront of issues throughout the past several months or throughout the past year, and each iteration of the survey has a few different questions as we try to tweak that for what is happening in the community overall.
Yeah, that's amazing to be able to, and I love how you say to give a voice, right, to the military community. This is their answers. This is what's concerning them day-to-day basis, how they're living their lives. And so we know that, 2022, right, you all released the data for that. And so we aren't going to review all of 2022's data, of course, because Blue Star Families does an amazing job of doing the data release. It's so engaging. And if you haven't seen that, you should check that out on their website. But I do kind of want to look at the top 5 issues for active duty families for 2022, because it gives a little bit of insight into why participating in this survey is so important. We can see here that military spouse employment, right, is really at the forefront. The amount of time away, military pay, age, relocation or PCS issues. And something that I kind of found interesting in this is that 4 out of 5 of these are finance-based or related. And I was just curious, is that consistent with years past, or is this kind of a new trend that we're seeing with active duty forces? And what do you think?
Sure. So no, I would not say that this is a normal trend to have everything be financial based. Most of the top issues over the years have kind of stayed the same. They might change position in terms of where they fall at the top 5 that year. But in 2022, BAH and off-base housing concerns, that's the first year that has ever made the top 5. Wow. And I think if you are paying any attention whatsoever, or even if you're not paying attention, you understand that housing costs are skyrocketing and mortgage rates are higher than they've been in the past, and rental units are extremely hard to come by. So it's it's not surprising, but yet at the same time, we officially have the data to say, look, in conjunction with some of these other major financial-based challenges, now we have a new one that's really pressing for military families.
Yeah, you're right. And that's, I didn't know that this is the first time, right, that those two things have appeared. And that's why it's so important, right, to participate and to have your voice heard, so that now that there is data around this, right, hopefully change can come, is my guess. So, why, I guess, is it important for our military families to participate in this? And how has it kind of shaped the landscape for military families?
Sure. So it's important because, as I said, we are the voice. So I mean, we want to use your voice. We want to amplify the individual stories into collective impact. Blue Star Families has connections, and we are consistently viewed as an authority, and people seek out our data. So we want to make sure that we are including as many voices as possible to show all sides of every experience, and to sometimes to show our government leaders or organizations that there really are issues that maybe they're just kind of hearing anecdotally, or they're like, no, that has to just be a one-off type thing, that we can say, really, no, there's a large proportion. There's 48% of respondents, of active duty family respondents, who say spouse employment continues to be a top issue for them.
Yeah.
And as you said, with change coming regarding BAH, I think that that's one of the largest maybe policy wins or landscape shifts that we have seen. We have been advocating fiercely for restoration to 100% for BAH since 2020, and alongside many other military serving organizations. And we are excited that that has come out in NDAA language, that the DoD has the ability to do that. They don't need congressional authority to do that. So certainly continuing to bring issues to the forefront and to demonstrate that the quantity of people experiencing these challenges, just that's the importance of the survey. We want to hear everybody's individual experience so we can put it all together and share that collective voice to show our leaders and our organizations, we need your help to make change. So
that's right. And I love that, a collective voice. That's exactly what this is it's a collective voice of the military, to be able to say, we need change and this is what we need it in. And it's not just a one-off. Like you said, there's real numbers behind this. There's the data behind it. So the survey is currently open right now. And I think, there's about 7,000 more respondents that you would love to be able to get a good collective voice. So for anybody who is out there and thinking, well, should I participate in this survey? Walk us through who should participate in this survey.
Anybody who is military connected. So that could be if you are an active duty spouse or service member, if you're a National Guard spouse or service member, Reserve Forces spouse or service member, if you're a veteran or the spouse of a veteran, if you're the parent of a service member, if you're the sibling. I mean, we have different questions for different military affiliations. So if you are connected with the military in any way, shape, or form, we encourage you to take our survey. And then depending on who you are, that may take you a little longer than somebody else, depending on the level of questions we have for you. But we would love to hear from everybody. That helps us remain the comprehensive survey that we are. And we certainly would like to be able to continually demonstrate that the experience of active duty families is likely different than of National Guard families or of veteran families. But regardless of what phase of military life you're at, that there still are issues or challenges that we need to address as a country.
Yeah, that's great. And I mean, the Blue Star Families Survey, this survey is kind of the standard, right? The bit of the gold standard of surveys, which is very impressive. And that you are taking into consideration everyone who's touched by the military in a way to be able to say what changes might need to be happening, right? For our reservists or National Guard that might be different than our active duty or military spouses. So not leaving anyone kind of behind in that. If somebody does want to participate in this survey, how can they do that? Where can they go?
They can go to our website, which is www.bluestarfam.org. We have a specific link for the survey, which is our website /survey. Thank you, 2023. But if you just go to our main web page, there are links that will say, take me to the survey, and it'll link you right there to where you can enter the survey.
That's awesome. That's great. And how is there a time frame on this to do the survey? Can somebody do it today, or how long do they have to participate?
Absolutely. The survey is open, and the survey will remain open until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on July 12th. So you have time, and if you start the survey today and you get sidetracked for whatever reason, because we know it's summer and kids are starting to be home from school, or for whatever reason, you can pop back into the survey and finish it at a later time. It will keep you where you were. So we hope you'll sit down and take it all in one time, but we know that everybody's time is precious. So if you need a couple times to get back in there and finish it all, we would just appreciate you finishing it.
That's great. That's very handy, especially in summer and kids are home and all the things. So that's wonderful. Till July 12th. Well, Karly, I want to thank you again for bringing your knowledge and kind of expertise in this and talking about the Military Family Lifestyle Survey and for kind of your passion and the importance of this military community and as your service as a military spouse for 24 years. That's very impressive. So thank you for being here.
Well, thank you again for inviting us, and we're always happy to talk about any of our research, but our MFLS survey is certainly our baby, and we are very proud of it and what we accomplish for military families and military connected families as a whole each year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm Sarah Bumgardner, and that will wrap up our AAFMAA Live for today. If you would like more information about AAFMAA and financial readiness within the military community, of course, you can subscribe here to the QR code on the screen. Otherwise, I will see you at our next live and hope you have a great day. Bye now.